everybody. Your cosmic besties are here. I'm Kaitlyn Kaerhart, best-selling author, numerologist, and astrologer. This is my best friend, Sophie Wan.
Astrologer, celestial guide, your hair looks so blonde. Like
Really?
it looks like blonder than the norm. I'm like, did you do something?
No, my hair's still wet because I just got out of the shower, which is why it's like this. But I think
Maybe
it's
that's
because
what
I'm
it is.
in such a bright room.
Oh,
Yeah, so I actually have my brother's house to myself right now, and I was like, I'm just gonna be in a place of light instead of in his dark office.
yeah, because it looks super, super blonde. I'm like,
Oh,
oh my
well,
gosh,
why, thank you, I think. I don't
like
think that's a
sunshine.
compliment. I am sunshine. Uh, so wait, okay, so Sophie and I always catch up before we get on our cosmic forecast calls, but I thought let's save the tea for the cosmic forecast. So we just went on a date. Okay, tell me,
hmm
how did it go? How was your date?
It went really well, and I actually really appreciated how much this person put into planning the date. Like you could just tell he was really, really thinking through all the different like things to do and like making sure I was like enjoying myself. But like we actually first started off by getting massages, which
Wait, you got a
separately.
massage as a first date?
Yeah, because
Wow.
I know, but it's not like we were in the same room. So it was like, okay,
Okay.
you go get your massage and I'll go get my massage. So I wasn't
Okay.
about to be like no to a free massage, especially if it's like completely separate and someone else is paying for it.
How did this even come up?
He was like, hey, this is kind of like out there, but like, would you be down to get massages? Like, obviously separately and like my treat. But I think that he is, this is what I think it happened. Okay. I have a whole thing behind it.
Okay.
So he is a member at like Massage Envy. And I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's
No.
like a chain of massage stores or
Uh-huh.
whatever. My sisters were telling me about this. And so like
Okay.
if you are a member, you it's like a subscription. And so you're supposed to go like once a month and get a massage, but like I guess maybe if you don't go or you miss it, you can like roll over your points
Uh-huh.
and then like it's like use
Oh,
it or
so it's like
lose it.
a okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get away from these blasting lights as I talk to you.
I'm like, what's going on there? I mean, I didn't mind your super blonde hair.
I'm just like, I'm being flooded with light. I'm listening to you. I cannot believe this guy took you on a massage.
I
I mean,
really was into it. I was like, why would anyone think this is weird or a bad idea? It's only weird and a bad idea if it's like a couple's massage. Then I'm like, dude, I don't even know you. I'm not like undressing in front of you. This is creepy.
yeah, that's a lot of
But
pressure.
but I'm pretty sure my theory is that he didn't use his massage points. He was about to lose them, so he was like, you know what? Maybe this person might appreciate a free massage. And let me tell you, I absolutely did appreciate the free massage. So we started
Damn.
off with the massage
Okay.
separately. So it's like great because like the first like what 45, 15 minutes, 60 minutes, however this long massage was, I have to talk to anyone and I just got to relax. So this was awesome. So I was like so relaxed. And then afterwards, we went to this like really cute little nursery and walked around like the gardens, and it was so pretty. And then like I was kind of hungry, and he was like, "Hey, like just checking in on how you're doing, if you have to go, or like if you're hungry." And I was having a good time, so I was like, "You know what? I will agree to like share a meal." So then we had,
I will agree to share a meal. Oh my God.
so then we had, we just had like a really casual lunch. And so, yeah, so it was really great, and I had a good time.
Were you attracted to him?
Mm,
Okay, that's a no. That's a no.
Well,
You
like, you
know.
know how I am. I'm like, because I'm severely avoidant, like, the only people I get really, like, razzle dazzled and charmed by are, like, those unavailable motherfuckers.
But like, is he a good looking guy? Like, were you like, oh, this is a guy I could potentially date? Like, he has the characteristics I like in a man.
He had characteristics I liked in a man, like the fact that he, like, thought out the date,
But I'm
planned
talking about
it.
physically. I'm asking if
Oh.
there's attraction.
I don't.
Let's stay on task, girl. Let's
I
stay there.
know. You know how I
It's a no.
am.
It's a no, girl. Okay. Sorry, dude. There's no second date. She's
There's
over
a
it.
second date. I'm totally gonna go on a second date with him.
Okay. Never mind. There's a second date, y'all. It's happening. It's going down. Because you know what? Attraction grows. Did you
Listen,
hear what I said?
yeah,
Attraction grows.
attraction does. Okay, if you're a
Yeah.
heterosexual woman and your seventh house is
It's
ruled
Aquarius.
by Aquarius or maybe even Sagittarius or Capricorn,
Yeah.
um, like, or maybe even Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. I'm trying to think.
What about
Like,
Scorpio?
no. Well, I mean, you could be ugly, but it has to be just like there's a
Gotta
thing
be
of
that soul connection.
yeah,
You
soul
know how
connection,
I do,
girl.
girl. You know
So
how I do.
I'm seventh house Aquarius, meaning like you don't need to look like,
Brad
fucking
Pitt.
Liam Hemsworth. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like for me,
Team Glenn Powell.
attraction
Let's name
grows.
your celebrity crush.
Liam Hemsworth. Or
What?
actually Chris Hemsworth is totally
What?
my
Your celebrity crush is Glenn Powell.
Is it?
What do you literally had a whole Glenn Powell moment where you watching all his movies. Remember?
Yeah, but then I kind of got over it. Now I'm back to
Is it
Chris
because,
Hemsworth.
is it because of what I pointed out when we were watching Top Gun?
Small eyes. Which is ironic because I'm Asian with small eyes.
You're like, I can't be with the guy with small eyes. Okay, so you went on an amazing date. There's going to be a second date. Hoorah. This is amazing. I'm
As an
excited.
avoidant, I'm so proud of myself because, it's really easy for me to sit there and nitpick. And let me tell you, I was sitting there and nitpicking in my head, but I knew, oh, this is just what you're doing because you're avoidant. So you should be proud of me.
I'm proud. We're making huge strides this week, both of us. I'm very excited. We're busting through our blocks. We're
I
breaking
know.
down fears. We're like, not today, Satan. No way.
Okay,
So,
wait, so what's going on with you in LA?
uh, me?
That's right. I just spilled all my tea about this
I
dude that you called out that I wasn't attracted to.
I don't have any tea to spill, really. I've been doing a lot of internal work because about 3 weeks ago, came out of a relationship. So I've just been really focused on work and growth and trying to put myself out there more,
Mhm.
which feels so scary to me, which is funny because I was telling my friend the other night, I was like, yeah, I posted my face on my stories today and like I shared a little bit about my personal life. And she's like, that scares you because you seem so confident when you
Mm,
do it. And I'm like, no, I'm like deathly terrified to be seen and putting myself out there, putting my face out there. Like a lot of the times when I do it, my perfectionism kicks on. I'm like, oh my God, I don't look good. Like
yeah.
I, like I look this way or I'm coming off this way and I can like pick it apart. So, I was talking about the gene keys with my friend Molly and I put that in my stories and then I shared because my brother and I did a little photo shoot with his Porsches and I was like, oh, this feels good. Like I'm
Mhm.
facing down my fears. And even now, like my hair is half wet. It's like kind of a mess. And I was like, fuck, should I like do something about this before I get on? I'm like, no, who cares? Does anyone really care? No, only I care sometimes. And it's not a big
Mhm.
deal. So yeah, I've just been focused on internal growth. There are
Yeah.
no hot tea here, I don't think.
I mean, that's a really, I really love that share. And it's so interesting because from like an outside perspective person, granted, I know you're my best friend, but like, I really, it's like surprising. I think people would be really surprised to know that like you have such fears of showing up like
Mm.
as is because you're someone that is just an objectively really good looking person.
Thank
And
you.
I know I say that to you like a lot, and you're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, girl, look, like, so it's just interesting that like you have these fears because
Yeah,
when we
they're
look at
pretty
you, you're
deep.
like, oh my God, you're perfect. But then you're like sitting here
Oh,
and you're like, no, this is so scary for me.
it is scary. It's really scary. And thank you for saying that. But yeah, I also just feel like the past year with like my surgery and
Hmm.
getting displaced because of a hurricane, not having my clothes, and then all the drama I went through with my ex, like I
Yeah.
just stopped feeling cute. And then remember I had eczema on my eyes,
Oh,
which was the
yeah.
most bizarre thing in the
I
world
thought you were
because
being dramatic, and then you showed me. I was like, never mind, you're not being
it
dramatic.
only happened in New Zealand, and then
Mhm.
the day I left, never saw it again. I'm like, "Oh my God, that's not a
Yeah.
sign of something." But anyways, it's just like I feel like my confidence got knocked a little bit, you
Mhm.
know?
Well,
And
you got
now I'm
your
like,
shiny blonde hair back, so extra
yeah.
shiny, extra blonde, so you're coming out.
Yeah, so I'm like getting back into my power. But anyways, this is a long catch up, y'all. We know you're here for the forecast, so let's get into it. We're going to talk about the numerology and the astrology of the week, and this week is a numerological one, and the
Thank
one,
God, because I was really feeling the nine, and it was
dude,
a
I
sad
know.
violin story.
I know. The nine is not a vibe. But we're in a week one, and one is all about new beginnings and creativity and leadership and initiation and fresh starts. It's the only number that has to do with self. So now is a time to prioritize you. What are your wants, your needs, your desires? What's coming up around YOU? So, right now, you're going to be focused on individuality and making decisions from self leadership and sovereignty and not people pleasing. So get clear on your vision, take the first steps, be like, what is it I want to actually manifest in my life? And actually, Sophie and I were just discussing this week about setting like 3 month goals. Like, what are
Oh,
our
yeah.
goals for the next 90 days? Like this is a really good week for you to kind of like put that into play and to maybe write
Mm.
that down. And yeah, like I said, like get really clear on the vision. It's a really good week for a fresh start, whether that's in a relationship or your
Ooh,
business, or
yeah.
maybe you're going through a rebrand. Like anything that has to do with like a new beginning of any kind is really favored this week. um I also want to say like the shadow side of the one can be self-doubt,
Mhm.
and also like ego flare ups or like isolating yourself a little bit too much. So make sure that, like, yes, this week is about you, but don't forget to ask for support when you need it. And
Mhm.
actually, because one is the number of the leader, that is actually like to be a good leader, you have to be able to delegate. You have to release control. Like,
Oh,
this is
man.
something,
It's
yeah,
tough for us.
this is something I had a come to Jesus moment this week where I was like, why do I feel so bogged down by work? And then my assistant was saying she didn't have that much to do. And I caught myself taking on a
Oh.
ton of work. And I was like, oh my God, like she literally is here to do the things I've been kind of like starting to do myself. And then we sat down and I was like, okay, here are all the things I'm doing in the day to day, my day to day life and business that just are taking away from my
Mhm.
expertise. And I want to focus on more of the high level stuff. So I was like, can you do X, Y, Z? And I initiated her into that. And she's like, oh my God, now she has so much work. And I feel so much less burden and like ready to step out in the new direction that I've been quietly planning for months. So, um, yeah, it's like really exciting. But again, I like didn't even realize I was doing that, right? So don't forget that, like, leading in your life, you still have to delegate to other people. You still have to have
Mm.
support. Like, none of us can do it completely alone. Even the life path ones that are so capable of going at it alone, we still need support and we still need help. So do not forget to ask for it. Lean on your friends this week. And this is going to be a much better week than last week. So hoorah. And on to the astrology. Sophie, what does this week have entail?
Well, it's not a dramatic week. That will be the following week. So enjoy it because did we even have dramatic stuff last week? Oh, yeah, we had that Venus
No.
Neptune thing.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so emo that day and I was messaging you. I was like, dude, this is not a vibe. I'm like really emo. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but this week, we actually really don't have that much going on. We've got two minor aspects. So May 5th, we've got Mercury, Sextile, Jupiter. Sorry, I'm like looking at my notes because I'm like, wait, what's happening? Yeah, Mercury, Sextile, Jupiter. So that's actually like a good day of this, like, if you are looking to do the whole like, oh yeah, I want to start something new, like getting kind of like a brainstorm. So like that day would be really great for like brainstorming. That's a
Hmm.
good brainstorming day because Mercury is logic, thoughts, plans, thinking, communication, and then Jupiter, which is expansion, growth, good fortune. And so they're in this like really positive aspect with each other, the sextile. And so I would say May 5th is just a good day for a good brainstorm, a good conversation, a good catch up with a friend.
Let's catch up that
And
day.
yeah, let's catch up that day. And then we've got the day after, May 6th, we have Venus sextile Pluto. So
Oh God, dude,
I,
you said it was gonna be chill this week.
it is. Why do you always like, oh God, any
Any
kind of Venus, anything
any
with Venus, you're like,
Venus,
oh God. And I'm like,
dude,
it's not bad.
Any Venus Pluto stuff. I'm like, oh, why?
It's in a positive aspect. Calm down.
Okay, fine. You know what? I was thinking about love. I'm gonna think about money. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
let's
You
manifest
know, you're so
that.
funny because last week we had the Venus conjunct Neptune, and you're like, oh God. And I'm like, that's not bad. Although I was really feeling it. I was like getting really emo.
I think I was thinking something was gonna happen, and that thing did not happen.
Okay, well, yeah. So I don't think whatever you're thinking is gonna happen until
I
May
don't think
12th,
anything's probably gonna happen
the
until
full
what?
moon. The full moon.
I don't have any like I don't have any ideas of what's gonna happen in my life anymore. I'm not making those types of predictions for myself now. Um,
Okay,
what I am interested in is the energy of May 8th.
May 8th.
Yeah, that's when I see you.
Oh,
I'm leaving LA to visit Sophie and Austin again.
oh
Listen,
yeah.
y'all, I know that you're loving these DIY, but we're just gonna go into a proper studio again, okay? We've heard the calling, we've listened, we're gonna go. It's gonna be nice and profesh.
I was like, what the fuck is going on, May?
The most
So,
important day of your life. I'm landing in Austin. Hello.
okay, you're right. Screw Venus, Sextile, Pluto, which, by the way, for those of you who want to know what the heck that means, that is a day where you have some great moments with love and money. And so this
Sophie's
is the
gonna win the
new,
lottery that day. I'm
I
holding the vision.
absolutely
Yeah,
will win the lottery. I don't know when,
you
but
heard it here
soon.
first. First.
Maybe one of our viewers wins the lottery.
You're
Maybe
gonna win the
me.
lottery.
Yeah.
You're gonna win it.
I love that. I love that for me. But yeah,
Wait, when is
so
this again? This Venus,
May
Pluto?
6th,
Okay, cool.
Venus 6th, and Pluto is the planet of deep transformation. That's why
That's
Kate
their
is like,
distinction.
ah, because it is the deep transformation, but it tends to be through destruction. So I will say though, this is a positive aspect and it's such a minor aspect. Like, I don't really look at sextiles to be honest. I like to look at the heavy hitting aspects. So
Same.
that's why I'm kind of like, whatever about this. It's like small, it's minor, but you know what? Like, every moment counts. And so if you're feeling jazzed on the 5th, move that energy also into the 6th, into your love life and your money stuff, and keep the high vibes going. And,
Mm.
you know, something that caught my eye in your story that your friend said was like attitude. What did she say? Attitude is a frequency.
She said that your attitude is your frequency.
There you go. Your attitude is your frequency.
Uh,
So, like,
that was Molly.
I would just say keep it high vibe this week, and it's a new beginning, and you've got these like minor aspects, but they're both positive. So adjust
Yeah.
your attitude to match that frequency.
Yeah. And just so you know, this week is leading up to the full moon in Scorpio. So
Ooh, just feel it.
you may be feeling a little bit of turbulence there. Don't worry, like we're gonna land this plane, but just know next Monday is the full moon in Scorpio, which we'll be talking about in the next forecast. But I feel like some people are already starting to feel that.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just giving everyone a little heads up, a little warning, so
Thank you for
y'all
that.
know. But yeah, okay, so that's the week ahead. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about your date. I'm feeling good about coming back to Austin.
I'm
And
like excited I get to return back to dating people that actually plan things for me and then pay for them. And like, not because I
that's
need
the
someone to
bare
pay for
minimum.
me.
That's the bare
Huh?
minimum.
I know. Not that like I need that, but I like deeply appreciate that. And like, I forgot. that that's actually what I'm attracted to. So I was excited, but like this guy is not. He's like decent looking dude. Like
If you gotta convince yourself, girl. But you know what? I'm not. I'm not gonna say
it's
it.
not like my ex looks like fucking Chris Hemsworth. You know what he looks like, but I
Oh
really
my
don't.
goodness, what if he's watching this?
I'm kind of worried if this new dude I went on a date with
He's
is
not gonna watch this.
you
Dude, this is
don't
why like
know.
this is why I sometimes don't talk about my personal life because you just never know who's tuning in. Like there's a lot I could say about like dating and attraction. And I'm like, no, I'm not going there. But we all know I got
Listen,
this whole
it's one thing if I'm like shit talking someone I already know that's in my life, and I'm like, I don't care, I can shit talk my ex, like it's fine. He's not going
but
anywhere,
you're
okay?
like best friends with him. Besides
But
me.
I'm just saying this like new person. I'm like, oh my God, what if he like watches this and he's just like, wow, this girl
And
is
did you
like,
meet him on Hinge?
yeah.
Dude, so he doesn't even have it's not like you're on Raya or some shit. Like he doesn't have
God
access to your
loves me.
Instagram.
He has no interest in astrology, will not watch this.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's not gonna watch. I'm honestly
Remember
shocked.
you said that? And then about that Jack of Spades, and I was like, dude,
Oh yeah. That was cunty of me. Okay, here's the thing though. I'm always shocked when anybody's watching this. Like, I'm shocked by everyone who's here right now. I am shocked when I hear from like a friend who's like, "Oh, I watched your forecast." I'm like, "Really? Cool." Like, I'm always so surprised. So I just assume like Ashleisha might be watching, but I don't feel like anyone else is. You know what I mean? Like, Lenny, are you out there? Probably not. You know, David. Actually, I would think he would watch that. Remember, he
I don't
showed
think he watches these anymore. I talked to
he,
him about it.
he showed up to all of our new moon and full moon events.
If he is insulted by the fact that I pointed out that he doesn't look like Chris Hemsworth, he's delusional.
But you said you know what he looks like, and it was like it was very obvious. And then you followed that up with he doesn't look like Chris Hemsworth.
It's obvious he
Okay,
doesn't look
but
like Chris
okay, Sophie.
Hemsworth.
To be fair, who looks like Chris Hemsworth?
You're right, but there
Yeah,
are definitely
let's just be fair. Let's be
okay,
fair.
fine, fine. You're right about that,
We
but
were
like
talking about that the other day. We were like, how often when you're out do you see someone who looks like Henry Cavill or Chris Hemsworth?
you know, when I
Doesn't
landed in the
happen.
Amsterdam airport and I went through
Oh my
security,
God. The Amsterdam airport.
like I could not believe how hot the people that stamp your little pass. I was like, can I go through again to get this shit re-stamped? Because they're so hot.
Maybe we should just move to Amsterdam for a
I think I
bit.
have a thing for Dutch dudes though. I mean, that's been proven. Even a psychic once told me that, and I'm like, how do you know this?
Interesting. I don't
Yeah,
know how I
your
feel about
psychic, the psychic you told me to go to was like, dude, you have a thing for
dude.
Dutch dudes, people of Dutch descent. I'm like, that's so random.
My almost touch. Also, I don't even know how I feel about psychics anymore after the last 3 weeks. But I
I
don't know how to
know.
talk about that. That's a one thing I've never mind. I'm not even gonna put that out there. But anyways, you do like Dutch dudes. Maybe we should move to Amsterdam. Maybe we'll leave that. Of all we always go back to Spain. Why are we not in Amsterdam?
I don't know, but they split the bill there. I don't like that.
Going Dutch.
Yeah, dude, my
Oh
seventh
yeah.
house is Aquarius. Okay, I do need a
Yeah.
provider. I don't want to go halvesies. I don't want to go Dutch.
Yeah. No
Yeah,
going Dutch.
yeah, not worth
You're
it.
a
Sorry.
woman of worth. You know your worth. Okay. If we're blabbing, let
I
us
know.
know in the comments like what part of these episodes is resonating with you. Because we get all kinds of comments like we like the banter or
To
we
all
like,
you avoidant people out there, solidarity.
yes, there aren't that. Okay.
There are a
Yeah.
ton.
Yeah.
There are two here. Look.
I know, dude. I feel like I might be secure now. Wait, seriously? You don't think I'm secure?
Anytime I brought up the Venus as you're like, ah. I was like, it's so dramatic, too.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
way you do it, it's so dramatic. You would think the viewers are being presented with like a really gnarly asset. And I'm like, these are positive.
I feel like I got really secure in my last relationship,
You did. I will commend you on that. You actually
right?
really did. You grew a lot. Yeah.
Even post breakup. I reached out to him.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
big.
yeah. You didn't just like, like
Oh my
just
God. And
hide and run when you could have so
wait,
many times as a natural avoidant. Yeah,
no,
you're
but
right.
also I spoke with Debus. Well, kinda. I just didn't, when she blew up on me, I didn't ghost her. And then I reached out to Aubrey. Look at me. I'm
Hmm.
secure now.
Yeah,
Watch,
yeah.
God is going to test me because
I
I just said
know.
that. Oh
I
God,
know.
please don't.
See, this is why I don't put that. I'm like, I'm doing my work, I'm working hard, I'm identifying my avoidant tendencies,
Yeah.
which I saw in this date, and I'm recognizing I really like this person. Attraction grows with me. Like, I know how I am. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we're going
Hmm.
to leave off on that. I have no idea how long this episode has gone for. It could have been
It's
10 minutes.
25
It could be
minutes.
30. What?
Yeah. Hmm.
Wait, what did you, 25?
25 minutes.
Oh my Lord. That's the longest forecast we've done.
I know. It's because we were just chit-chatting in the beginning.
Oh my God. Okay, people. Thanks for showing up. If you're still here,
We
wow.
love you guys.
Thank you. Okay, bye. See you next
Bye.
week.